Hey guys, I know it's not time for our Twin Flame weekly read, but there's just so much going on right now in the energy. And I know Mercury is in Renegade again, and then we had this huge full moon. The energy seemed to be shifting. I mean, seriously, I'm drinking my sage tea and having salt baths and just lighting my candles and my incense and just trying to meditate because I have so much coming up. I feel like my soul is purging so much that it's almost overwhelming. It feels like, ugh. But always remember that God will never give you more than you can handle. So it's only Thursday and it's been an awful week already. But I'm going to get into this read because there's a lot of stories coming out and there's a lot of us going on. I'm not even going to go with masculine or feminine right now. I'm just going to pull out all the stories because I'm not even looking at the cards set up as they are. I'm just going to bounce around here, and I do see that, damn. And I'm going to be frank right now. There's a lot out there that are just ready to give up and walk away. And, you've tried, you stood your ground, you believe in this relationship, you know this has got to work, and you know you've done everything that you've been told that you need to do, and you've even paid out money for healing because you've been told to do healing. You've really stood your ground and defended this twin flame. I'm going to call it a saga because it just reminds me of the Twilight Zone or Twilight saga. You've really been trying to stand your ground, defend it to friends, to family, why you believe and trust so much in this relationship. You've turned away relationships. You've had people come into your life that have wanted to wine and dine you. You've had women come around that have been very flirtatious, men that have come around and just would have swept you off your feet, but no, you stood your ground. You defended this union, but now you've come to the point where you really feel like just walking away. You really feel like throwing in the towel and saying, you know what, I can't anymore. I just surrender. You're at a point right now where your soul has wanted to have that firm foundation. So as this is ripping away from you, and we'll call it purging because everybody says purging, the soul is purging. So as this is being ripped and torn down from you, be aware that things are going to move really, really fast in your atmosphere, okay? A foundation is going to start being built. This will bring other people, new people, into your life that will help you work, that will help you think different, that will encourage you to believe in yourself, because after this surrender, after giving up, after throwing in the towel, you're going to be taking a lot of feelings and emotions of rejection, abandonment. A lot of those feelings are going to turn to hurt, anger, and resentment towards your divine partner. All of that stuff is coming up. It's coming up to the surface. I myself woke up the other day and just kind of hated the world and didn't know why. Again, I mean, I leave a glass of water on my bedside table to clear out the energies that would be negative in my home, in my bedroom. And I have crystals. I've got, incense. I sage once in a while. I'm keeping my atmosphere free of any negative things. And I woke up and I just kind of hated the world and didn't give a damn if I got that morning text or afternoon text. I just didn't really care. And right now I'm even at that point where I just feel like I'm not even going to put myself out there anymore and say, good morning, babe, just like let him come to me if he misses me or whatever. But that's really childish when I hear it spoken. And I do realize that for a lot of us, it has been an issue like that, where it is control. Like, we want to be able to control the outcome. We want to be able to control what's going to happen the next day or the next day, and we can't. And that's where we're at that point where we're like, throwing our hands in the air and we're just walking away. And a lot of that is because we are still holding on to a lot of past mindsets and patterns that we've had in past relationships. We're still holding on to them. We've been in relationships where we've been in control or the other person has been in control. And when we're talking about the twin flame dynamic, nobody's really in control. It's all about unconditional love and time and patience. So I do see that a lot of us out there are really holding on to a lot of past patterns, and that's what's coming up right now in us. I also am seeing that once we get to that point, things are going to really move fast as far as building up our foundation and our soul kind of growing and maturing more to a point where we're going to be okay with it. We're going to find that inner peace. But I do see a lot of people, your heart is breaking as you're actually feeling like you need to walk away from this. You need to, and your heart is breaking and you feel such a burden and such a heaviness on you. I've gone through that as well because, you want to just lash out at them about how you feel, but you can't. And even for those of you that can, you find that it's a venting that happens. It's for the moment, it's done, it's over, but then it comes back. So a lot of us are having this heaviness on us right now, like a burden that we're trying to push through, but we don't know exactly how to push through. And that's where I'm going to encourage a lot of you to really get into meditation or get into prayer. Ask your higher self, God, the universe, to give you signs of where you are on this journey, okay? Visions to help. I do see a lot of give and take going on in a lot of the relationships that are out there. For those of you that are married and in love with, or they're married and you guys are trying to come together, I see that foundation also being shaken. A lot of drama coming into that foundation, that marriage. I see a lot of the couples like looking at each other and wondering like, how did we get here and why are we still together? More like a realization, like some can't even stand to be in the same room with each other, yet they stay in this marriage. Some haven't had intimacy in so long, and it's there. And even those that are sharing intimate moments with their spouse, their mind is elsewhere. And I see a lot of that like coming into, it's almost like all of this stuff has really been hidden deep in a dark, very dark place in the heart, and now it's coming out, like it's being the curtain or the covering is being lifted and the light is shining on that area. So it's almost like right now God, the universe, whoever your higher power is revealing to these people the deepest, darkest parts inside of their heart, and they're realizing that they no longer want to be in this relationship. So I see a lot of foundations in that aspect being broken down. So this is coming. This may not be happening today, but this is coming. This energy shift, and it's just like the icing, but the icing on the cake, So it's just started, so it's going to take time. So don't think that this is going to be an instant divorce, breakup, whatever. It's going to take some time because, again, it's just the icing on the cake. We still got to go down through a couple layers. Okay, wow, the messages are coming through so much. And yeah, there's a lot of like things that are going to be justified. It's like they're all of us, not just in the couple, but the individual is going to start justifying things in their life and working through a lot of things and understanding a lot of what they've done. And a lot of it has happened because you've kind of put your own love life and relationship on hold because you've had this expectation. And now you've come to that point where it's like, you don't want that expectation anymore. I see like new relationships coming in and really doing a lot of soul work. But again, there's that burden and that heaviness that's still on you, and you're feeling all these emotions that are coming up again with anger, resentment. You chose to put your life on hold for this person, so you can't have any resentment towards them. And I really feel like sharing that if you're going to have resentment towards them, then it's going to keep them away because you're putting something negative out there, which is going to keep them away. Okay. So remember, positive, be positive. And it's really hard right now. So this may be a lesson that all of us have to learn, that we cannot control a situation, that our expectations need to be let go of, that we cannot have any attachment to this twin flame saga. Okay. You say you're in surrender, but you're like, no, I just feel like I'm just giving the fuck up. And that's where we are. That's where we are. That's something that is coming in the cards right now. It's coming in that energy. So try and push through this, even though you feel all those emotions weighing heavy on your shoulder. Try and push through this. And know that there's going to be other people coming into your life that are going to help you help nurture you and give you the love and the nurturing that you need to grow for your soul growth, okay? And this is not saying that this is going to be someone of the opposite sex. This is not saying romantic anything. This is saying someone will be coming. And I'm going to call them kind of like a harvest master because the seeds have been planted and this person is going to help you to grow and nurture those seeds. And this could be, your best friend all of a sudden is awakened and giving you words and feeding you these words that you're taking in. And later you're having that moment where like you made so much sense and I needed to hear that. Okay, so there's people that are going to be used to help you with your soul growth. Walking away from all of these expectations is hard, but it's something that a lot of us have to do. Release the feeling of being rejected. Release the feeling of being abandoned. Everything is happening right now for a reason, and everything will happen in the divine time. I just noticed my cards are all crooked. Sorry. Let's see. I encourage a lot of you to just get yourself into prayer and meditate and ask God to reveal the areas inside of your heart that need to be healed, that need to be touched, that need to be released. For those of you that have had childhoods where you've had different pains, different traumas, abuse, molestation, a lot of that is going to start coming up to the surface. A lot of that is going to start being revealed. There's things deep within your soul that you couldn't handle as a child, but now you're at a point in your adulthood that God is bringing it up so that you can deal with it and heal from it. So don't be surprised when you remember something that happened when you were 5 years old. These things are being revealed to you now. Again, there's a lot of justification that is coming out, and we're going to start understanding a lot and understanding who we are and why we do the things that we do. Okay, guys, I hope you all just kind of keep your balance, protect yourself. Whatever you use to protect yourself, just keep yourself protected. Anybody interested in a read, all of my information is below. The read is $15 USD, payable through PayPal. Send me an email with your question and a name for your read, and I'll be getting to those on Sunday. So remember to live your day with love, laughter, and harmony. Namaste.